Hello everyone, in today's video I want to talk about happiness and why I think it's a lie. And a big reason why I want to talk about this is because of the fact that I hear a lot of people saying things like, oh, I just want to live a happy life, or am I happy right now, like how am I feeling, all these, just over and hyper fixating on happiness and if they're feeling it now or what they have to do to feel it in the future. And for me, happiness is a terrible, terrible metric for a quality life. And that's for two main reasons. A, it is extremely volatile. And what I mean by this is that how many times in your life, and I know this has happened in my life, where you wake up really happy because of something nice that happened, and then by the end of the day, something else happens and you feel terrible and you feel very upset and you're not happy. How many times has that happened? So now when you think about, am I living a happy life? Well, are you living a happy life? You woke up happy, but you didn't go to sleep happy. But do you measure if the majority of the time you feel happy? Is that how you measure it? It's a terrible metric that way because it goes up, down, left, right in circles on any given day, on any given hour. So right there, there's no good way to be happy, whatever that means. You can feel moments of happiness, but you can't be in a state of happiness unless you're on copious amounts of drugs. Now, the second reason is because of the fact that what makes you happy now or today isn't necessarily what's going to make you happy tomorrow or next year. If you keep trying to make yourself happy off of that same thing over enough time, it's going to lose its impact on you. It's not going to make you happy any longer. And then trying to make yourself happy from it, you're going to go into a little spiral of wondering, why is this thing no longer making me happy? All I want to do is be happy, but this is no longer making me happy. Why is it not making me happy? And you're going to spiral into this downfall of perpetual unhappiness because of the fact that you're constantly seeking out happiness. And one thing that I think is very true is that when you seek out happiness, the more happiness will elude you, because that's for some unfortunate reason that's how it works. And so oftentimes when I hear people say things like, oh, I want to live a happy life, or am I happy now? I think what they're really asking themselves or want to know is, am I living a fulfilled life? Or I just want to live a fulfilled life in the future, or fulfilling life in the future. And here's why I think that fulfillment is a far better metric. Realistically, it's better because it solves the two problems with happiness. It's far less volatile. I mean, it'll last over the course of 5 years, and it won't really flip. 5, 10 years, and it won't really flip from there. And on top of that, the thing that fulfills you today will fulfill you next year or the year after. It might switch every few years or 5, 10 years from now. However, it lasts way, way longer. And I can tell you this, as someone who's played sports almost all my life, but we'll talk about how when I started playing football at the age of 8. I played football basically up until 20. There were times I wasn't necessarily happy playing football. I didn't want to go to practice because it wasn't fun, or I would be injured, or I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't always happy playing football. However, over the long course of that decade plus, I was always fulfilled in pursuing football and becoming as good a football player as I can be. And that's because of the fact that I wasn't worried about, oh, does it make me happy? It didn't always make me happy. But I enjoyed the pursuit of it. I enjoyed the higher purpose, getting out of my own head about it and saying, what's the greater goal I'm trying to accomplish here? And that in and of itself made it fulfilling and made it a very worthwhile thing, even though it's caused me many injuries, a lot of emotions going up, down in circles. It was worth it in the end. So if there's anything to get from this, is that realistically, forget happiness. To seek it out is going to elude you. Focus on what's fulfilling. What's your reason? What's your why? If you pursue that over a long enough time frame, you will feel spurts of happiness, of genuine happiness. Happiness that in some way feels like it just came to you, as opposed to something that you had to manufacture. And when happiness comes to you like that, it is one of the most euphoric feelings. And to then also feel moments of unhappiness is what makes the happiness worthwhile. If you got something out of this video, I hope you did. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.